no. This is gonna end up on the hub.
You're a little bit too good at that. What's up everyone, and welcome to the video. For those of you joining us for the first time, my name is Shelby Gonzalez and this is my channel. I love all things travel and adventure, so if you're into that kind of stuff, stick around, smack that like and subscribe button, and come along for the ride. In today's video, me and a bunch of my friends are driving 2 hours south down to Richfield, Utah for a mountain biking / camping trip. I'm extra pumped for this trip because my good friends Jen and Jake just got their new Sprinter van, and let me tell you, this thing is baller. So stay tuned because we'll be doing a full-on van tour of this adventure beast, and you do not want to miss it. Well, as always, many thanks for being here. Now let's get stuck into it. We got to Richville a couple hours ago and we did a starter ride on a trail called Telegraph and Carnage. I actually had a little spill on Telegraph. I was about to run into a bush, so I just kind of bailed and landed on my elbow and did a little bit of a roll. So it looks worse than it is. It doesn't really hurt. But on the last run, Jake's brother Mark took a pretty nasty spill, I heard. I was actually doing the shuttling, so I wasn't there. But when they got back, man, his helmet was cracked. He had a scrape on his face. He's kind of feeling a little woozy. So we're gonna monitor him and hopefully he makes it through the night without us having to take him to the hospital. But overall, I think he's okay. Let's actually go ask him how he's feeling. Mark, I just introduced to the vlog you and your accident. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling.
I'm good, man. Just a little woozy.
Little woozy.
Took an endo over the tabletop.
Let's see the
Yeah, I got the side action.
side scrape. Helmet saved his life, but his hair is still looking fine.
Doing good though. Thank you.
This camp spot is the same spot that we always stay at when we're here. It's just gorgeous. The backdrop around us is just epic. And there's a nice flat spot right in front of us that we just kind of set up shop. From all the water and flooding, it's rutted out this spot where we usually set up our tents pretty good. So we had to be pretty particular on where we've set up camp, but we found a way. I love raw onion. Yeah.
I don't think I could get enough raw onion. All right.
Look at this cozy cook.
Look at this guy.
This is Koa and Mowgli. This is Jake and Jen's children. I say that and I'm serious about it. And this is their awesome van, which we're gonna do a full van tour tomorrow before our ride. I took a ride in it this afternoon and it is sick. I follow a lot of van lifers on YouTube, so being in it was kind of like being in Disneyland. It was awesome, so I'm super excited to take a deeper look at it. Hudson always comes to all these campouts and brings his awesome tent. I've spent many a nights cuddling this cozy boy right here, so I thank him for that.
The pleasure's mine.
The pleasure. Chris, give us a rundown on what we're having for dinner.
Sure, come on in. This is exciting. We got Jacob, grill master over here.
Grill Master
Let's
101.
go look at this food that we got.
Yeah.
This bird right here. Look at that. Oh, the juicy cheese.
Boom. Thanks, chef.
See that juice? Oh, that's dripping juice.
It's driven juice.
Now we come over here. We got all our fixins. We even got some sushi on the side because you never know.
You never know.
If you need some.
We got to be
fish burgers.
inclusive. We got to be inclusive.
And then it's not a camp out barbecue without potato salad and mac daddy salad.
And Little Debbie. Little Debbie's always invited
And
camping.
those shrimpy carrots.
Thanks, Chris.
And 2 cucumbers.
Yum.
And pickles. You know they're the same thing.
Dude, that'll bring you back to life.
There's mayo there too.
The sun has set. The boys and I had a romantic sunset discussion on top of the epic van. We're about to have a fire, eat some goodies, and then go to bed. Tomorrow morning, first thing, we're gonna do the full-on van tour of Jake and Jen's van. And I'm stoked to see it because, like I said, vans are like a huge interest of mine. So this is the first time that I've been able to really dive into one. So we're going to bed, and in the morning, we will check it out. Talking to all the subscribers, all 352 of them.
Two hours later.
How'd you guys sleep?
It was alright. You know, the karaoke party at 1 in the morning from the other guys was something else.
I didn't even hear it. I sleep with earplugs though, so.
Okay, well that was.
I heard there was a little bit more than karaoke.
A little bit more in karaoke, dude. They got it on.
This is the move. Super
is
nice.
Can you blame him though?
I mean, in the nature.
Richfield's the time to do it.
It is.
This
If
could be
they were,
wild.
if they were standing, that was baby time.
It's the stars, man. When you see the stars, man, it gets you in the mood.
Yeah, Daniel was looking at those stars last night. I said, hey, stay over there.
As promised, this morning we're gonna do a full van tour of Jen and Jake's epic Mercedes what is it? Mercedes Sprinter van. So we're just gonna have them give us the grand tour and tell us all the specs and the details. Overall, what are your first impressions? You've had it for a month. Was it a good choice? Are you happy you have it?
Yeah, it's been awesome. We had a vision of how it would be, and it's like exceeded all of those expectations. Like, it really is so convenient. You can get almost anywhere.
It's been awesome. We want
more.
to explore the U.S. a lot. There's a lot of cool places in the U.S. that we haven't even touched.
Yeah.
So,
And we definitely, like, when we show you this build, like, we've customized it to meet our needs. So maybe a little
And
bit
what
different than
adventures
what other people might use. So we'll talk about some of those in a second here. But yeah, I mean, we kind of catered it around our hobbies, which we were really, really happy we did. First, mountain biking was big. And so being able to have the build be
accessible for
accessible
like our mountain bikes.
for our
to
mountain
be
bikes. So for
underneath.
example, we raised the bed pretty high so that the mountain bikes could slide under the bed and store safely there. That was a big priority for us, was safety on the mountain bikes. And then surfboards are another big hobby of ours. So we just honestly we emphasize garage space. There's a few things we gave up as far as head space in the like above the bed, but outside of that, yeah, comfort.
It has everything we really want or need,
Yeah.
honestly. I'm going to show you some of the interior stuff that we like love and couldn't live without. First one, we love this swivel table because we can eat here, we can work here when we do our jobs. We also can put it away. So you just pop it out and we store it behind the seat here. So it really saves a lot of space, which is awesome, and we can pull it out when we need it. Next up, we love this flip up because it just gives us so much counter space. I feel like we have a decent amount of counter space, but we have between this and we have this little pull out here. It's kind of dirty, but we have so much counter space for like van builds, I feel like.
And I've heard like the worst thing about living in a van is prepping a meal just on like the tiny little
Totally.
space. So with
Totally.
all that, I don't think it looks
No.
as miserable as
No,
a lot
not
of
at all.
people encounter on their
Honestly,
vans.
that's another thing though, because we love cooking. So having counter space was a huge thing for us. We got our Dometic fridge here. We have a little tiny freezer up top as well, which is super nice. And then we've got our sink here, so we can, has two different features. Pretty nice there. Underneath in the garage, you'll see we have a 45-gallon water tank. It's like our fresh water. And then underneath the sink, we have our gray water tank, so we just have to empty that when it gets full. And then as far as our shower goes, You can either plug it or you can just unplug it and the water goes out the bottom of the van. So we love our shower. We were debating on whether we were going to get a shower for a long time. Ultimately, because we're so adventurous, we decided to make it a priority in our van just because we don't want to go to bed dirty.
And there's not a Planet Fitness everywhere you
There's
go.
not. There's not. Sometimes you just need a hot shower and this like is perfect for it. So you can take, it is small, like very, very small. We do take out the things inside of it. So we do use it as storage as well. But we take the toilet out and everything out, and then you can kind of take this off and just rinse yourself off. And it's a hot shower, which is so nice. Another thing that's great about the shower is that it doubles as like a wet room. So like, for example, we have our dog bowl down there with water. So if we're traveling and the water splashes around, it doesn't really matter. If we have like wet wetsuits, we can hang them up in here and let them dry, and it doesn't matter because it's a shower. This is the Laveo dry flush toilet. So you have these little inserts that you put in the toilet. You can go to the bathroom and then you flush it and it just wraps it up. And you have, what, 15 flushes, I believe?
15 wraps.
15 wraps.
So no water at all.
No. And then you just take the cartridge out, you can throw it away and then put a new cartridge in. Honestly, it's a debate for us. We don't really use it. We got it, we thought we would use it a lot, but because we camp in like the forest and everywhere else, like you can find spots, and we just use that
Squatty potty thing
outside a lot.
So do you debate even having this? Like,
Yeah. It's a big debate for us even right now.
because it's just moving it every
Yes.
time you need
and
a shower.
it's big, it's heavy, but that's the thing is like we're always having it just in case, you know?
Yeah, you
In
never
case.
know.
So that's our biggest debate, I think, about this whole thing. All right, we got this little handy stool because our bed is higher because we have a much higher garage. As you can see, we did sacrifice headspace a little bit. You can kind of like lay down and watch TV if you want, which is nice, but you can't like fully sit up. Super comfy bed though. We have electronics up here. This isn't fully packed, but, and then we store our clothes. So this is mine, and then this is Jake's. So that's how much space we have for clothes. We set it up this way, but we actually have this little slider. And so that's my headrest, and we actually sleep with our heads this way, our feet this direction, and we sleep really comfy. Sleep is a big thing for us. We want to sleep good.
Definitely.
So,
So I know just from camping experience that camping, you're waking up throughout the night and you wake up early because of the sun. Is that the case in the van, or can you sleep in? I'm not sure if you're like a sleep inner, but
Right.
if you wanted to, could you?
so it's pitch dark in here like all night, and we have blackout windows, so we can pull those out and everything's completely dark. You can sleep as long as you want in here. And we have this little swamp cooler right here. It's the fresh air swamp cooler, and it's super convenient. We put it over our bed for this reason, because we are hot sleepers, so we can just turn on a fan mode and like the swamp cooler mode, which is like 20 degrees cooler than what outside is. So honestly, like this is perfect for us when we sleep, and we just leave this on. It's great. We have dogs, 2 dogs actually. Come on, Mowgli. You want to show them off? Hi. So having a space for them was like super important for us because we wanted them to be comfy as well, especially when we're on long trips. So this bench seat is honestly one of my favorite things because you can pull out this edge and it folds down. And so this is their dog bed, essentially. This is where they sleep at night. You can also have a small human sleep on this if you wanted to.
When they come into the picture.
When they come into the picture. It also doubles as, it has seatbelts.
That's awesome.
So when it's folded up, you can hook in,
2 more riders.
people. So it's not like the comfiest ride, but it's functional. We love that.
You know, we really love the cabin. I think one thing we were super surprised when we got the van, we didn't anticipate how much extra space we would have, especially when you swivel the chairs. So as you can see, they both swivel. You can see we did one for you guys. It really like puts you back up to the dash, and it creates a ton of like dining room workspace, which we like. Mercedes is great. Like we love all these features here. The dash is great, but honestly, like this overhead storage bin is awesome, and we have a blackout curtain that comes here just to help like eliminate the heat when we do leave the dogs in the van to go surfing or mountain biking or something. And then this is our Max fan, and so it does a really good job at venting the van. So we crack a window and it just pulls some really nice.
Turn it on. And we just like open these windows.
And these are all
So it sucks air out.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
and these are insulated, which is really nice. So on the hot days, it keeps the heat out. Also, the cold days it keeps the warm in.
But essentially, we just open up a window and it like.
This vents the van really well. This thing, we didn't realize how much we would love this. This is a diesel heater, and it's absolutely one of our like most favorite things, the part of in the van, especially in like the colder nights, because we can schedule it to turn on 3 times a night and heat up the cabin. It's plugged into our diesel line, so it just runs off of the fuel and super quiet, really efficient, doesn't pull on our batteries. So
Because there's been times that we were camping in like 30-degree.
yeah, like it's pretty cold, and that
It
diesel
gets
heater
cold.
saved us. Like just so warm and
Yeah.
toasty. It's absolutely
Yeah.
amazing. One of the things we decided to do was put tires on it, and that was a big win for us just because of the style of adventures we like to go on. And so we go on a lot of like Jeep roads, dirt roads. The very first trip, actually, that was the first thing we said, is we are so lucky we put tires on
These
it, 'cause
beefy
we were in
tires
some
on.
crazy roads.
Makes a
And the
huge
van handles
difference.
really well. Obviously, with a big van like this, there's a ton of side-to-side sway, and so a lot of people opt for like suspension upgrades. We actually haven't found the need to do full suspension yet.
I'm sure
I'm
it would
sure it
make it, like,
improves the
more
ride quality,
push.
but the tires alone have been more than enough to get us where we need to go. So here's our garage. We've got the ladder going up to the top, which I'll show you in a second. One of the things that was like priority for us, like we talked about the mountain bikes, we raised the bed, was to have a slider in so we could access our garage and all of the fun toys that we like to bring on our trips. And so this has been a game changer. We mount the 2 bikes here. We cut out this extra side piece just for functionality so that my handlebars can be right here. And then, yeah, so it allows us to have 2 bikes easy, 2 surfboards, kiteboard gear. I mean, you should see this when it's packed up. It is full.
Can you fit your bikes and your surfboards in here at the same
All of
time?
it at the same time. So it's just beautifully, and I can pull it all out. I can still get to gear without having to take everything off the slider, so it's been a huge win for us. As far as the electrical goes, this is 4 100 amp batteries, which gives us plenty of power, we feel like, and we travel, like move around a lot. For our needs on power, that's a big debate for van lifers, is how much power do you need? It really depends on your type of travel. Like if you're gonna boondock for a week and not move the van, you might want more power, but if you're moving it every couple of days, it recharges those batteries, so it hasn't been a problem. The Starlink, we have it running up to the outlet there. This has been amazing. It's this bag that we found from actually another van lifer, but it allows us to store our Starlink on the back here, and all I have to do is climb up the ladder and click it in up top, and I can run the cords through the doors, and I don't have to like cut a hole in my roof to.
Well, you can get internet anywhere though.
I can get internet
That
anywhere.
you have
That's
Sky.
the amazing
That
thing.
you have
But the
Sky.
really cool thing is it's not in your face. I can just quickly plug it in and we can get internet immediately. Up here we got the deck space. We actually use this space quite a lot just to set up chairs, watch the sunset. We really like that. Really strong, sturdy rack. And then this right here is the top of our swamp cooler unit. And then we have 2 solar panels which help keep the batteries topped off, especially in like hot sunny days or in the desert. They work really well. And then that's the top of our Maxxis fan. But I love this space. We utilize it a lot. It's been really nice.
So to close it off, I just want to ask you guys, what's been your favorite moment that you've had with the van?
Mine was visiting the Ho National Rainforest and La Push. Actually, like there's a beach, La Push. If you're like a Twilight fan, you'll know it. I'm not a Twilight fan.
Don't lie to us.
The surfing was really
The
good.
surfing was so good there.
Yeah.
And the scenery of like the trees there, like the fact that we were able to go there and spend like 3 weeks
Yeah.
probably was incredible. And we slept great, and like just the functionality of everything was like awesome.
Yeah,
But-
to be able to work on the road, be able to surf, mountain bike, and truly like experience these places we've never been before, it's been just like invaluable.
Right.
We've absolutely loved it.
I'd say that's like my all-time favorite spot that we went was the Ho National Rainforest.
Yeah.
So
That was magical.
Big thank you to both of you guys. Like seriously, this is a dream of mine to just like witness this. So big thank you for just taking the time to show it off. I think it's an inspiration to a lot of people. And I'm sure you guys were probably inspired by YouTube videos out there that saw it as well. camp is all packed up and we're here at the top of Spinal Tap. We just shuttled the truck up with all 7 bikes. One person is gonna drop us off, drive down to the bottom, and the rest of us are all gonna shred down Spinal Tap. It's a pretty long ride. I would imagine it's gonna take our group about 40 minutes to get to the bottom, and our plan is to do it twice. So we're about to hop on the trail and then get riding. From the first time I came and ride Spinal Tap, this double drop has plagued me. It goes from there, like a lily pad drop, and then down again. Right now we're gonna watch Jake do it, and maybe he'll amp me up to give it a try, but I'm not sure. I'm really debating on doing it. There's a group of other riders here that I'm gonna watch, see their speed, and kind of gauge it off them. All right, here comes one of those other guys. Let's see how they do. Nice. Ooh. Hey, you made it. Ooh. That does not make me feel any better. Thanks, guys. Thanks. That felt good.
Yeah, that was perfect.
Seriously. Every time I'm just like, I don't know. I've never seen anyone do it, so.
I'm proud I've seen the evolution.
Yeah.
Nice job, Shelby.
Thanks. Check. Nice steep flow right here at the end. Dodge the rocks. Nice mandatory jump. And then ride it out, and that's it. That is Spinal Tap. Woo! No trip to Richfield is complete without the cherry on top of Arbys. I'm probably the only person in the world that really actually likes Arbys, but you can't deny that curly fries are superior to a majority of French fries out there from fast food chains. I think we have maybe McDonald's, Chick-fil-A possibly because of the sauce, and Arbys. So you guys can all hate on me because I'm at Arbys, but I know what I like. Can I get the French dip and Swiss?
Would you like that in a combo?
Yes, please.
Alrighty, anything else for you?
Debating on getting the mozzarella sticks. I'll do a small mozzarella sticks. Go big, right? Yeah, this is the last one we need.
I might get a 2 for 7.
Thank you. All right, this is Chris' first time ever having Arbys, so we can kind of like grasp, is it really as bad as people think it is?
Buffalo chicken wrap. 7.5.
Nice.
Not bad. And then the fries, I think the real star of the show. We can try it with each sauce. No, I'll just do it with this one. Arby's sauce, Arby classic. 8.6. Overall, Arby's is a win.
Suck it, you Arby haters. See you next video.